morning. This is Dr. Herbert Harris coming to you live on YouTube. And by the way, we are talking today, we're sharing information. Wow, let's see. Let's see here. We're on YouTube. Okay, let's see. Okay, now we're good. All right. Yeah, this is Dr. Herbert Harris coming to you live on YouTube. And today we're covering a little piece called, Are You Dreaming Big Enough? And that's a good thought, folks. Let me turn our music down a little bit. Are you dreaming big enough? The training, the message is based on our book, The 12 Universal Laws of Success. And it's a thought that we're having right now because at this point, at this time in the year, a lot of new things are going on, a lot of new things are happening, and we're really coming out of a pandemic. So as we go forth, it's a new game. So many things that we used to have that we were accustomed to in the past are no longer there. So it's important that we figure out who we are, what we're about, and then to look at our dreams, give our lives some direction, a point of view, things to do, be, and have. So the question is, are we dreaming big enough? I'd like to open with a quote from Oprah Winfrey. Oprah said, very interesting, she said, the biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. The biggest adventure you can take is to live the life of your dreams. And if that is the case, then we can dream anything we want. So a question comes up, are you dreaming big enough? The bigger the dream, the bigger the result, the bigger the manifestation. But so many times people just refuse to dream big dreams. So let's look at this first. What is the definition of a dream? A dream is a series of mental images, thoughts, emotions occurring during sleep. It's also a hope or an aspiration. And so if a dream is a hope or aspiration, something that you want to achieve, then why have small dreams? Why not dream big? Why not have dreams so big that you can literally see forever? Well, there are three reasons why people don't dream big. Number one, fear. Number two, doubt. And number three, indecision. We have the capability of dreaming big, but instead, as we go about the endeavors of our lives, instead of dreaming big, we think about the last failure. The fear of failure can make you dream small. After you fail time and time again to achieve a particular goal, sometimes you come to the point where you throw in the towel. You say, well, maybe this is not meant for me. And once you do that, something happens. After that point, the dreams you have are really constrained by that failure, that feeling of failure from the past. Sometimes the fear of criticism. You know, when you have big dreams and you tell somebody about it, wow, they can poo-poo it. They can really make you feel bad. You know, in network marketing, I'm a network marketer, done it all my life, successfully sometimes and unsuccessfully others, but network marketing has changed my life. And one of the things I find most interesting is that you'll have a person come to a meeting and you'll see a business opportunity and they'll be so excited and they'll go home and they'll say, listen, talk to their spouse. They say, listen, you know, I saw this business opportunity. I believe that this is what we're looking for. It can give us the independence and there's something we can do together. I'm bringing this point up right now in the middle of, as we are going through this pandemic, because a lot of us are going to be looking for new ways to make money. Many of the old jobs are never going to come back. And so we're going to be looking for a business, an opportunity, something we can do that we don't have to do a lot of retraining for, don't have to do major investments for, but yet has virtually unlimited income potential. So network marketing is that. And if you want to learn more about me and network marketing, I'm looking to build a new team. I'm $1 million earner. And if you want more information, email me, herbert@herbertharris.com. That's herbert@herbertharris.com. But let's continue. So the person comes home and they tell their wife or their spouse about this incredible opportunity. And then they have a brother-in-law who comes up from the basement and says, oh man, they got you too. I know people who lost a lot of money doing those network marketing things. Those things are pyramids and all this kind of negativity. And then all of a sudden, that fear of criticism, your wife is looking at you, your husband is looking at you real funny, and you quit. You throw in the towel. You don't do it. A dream that could have manifested, but yet you let criticism undermine you. And then doubt. You know, doubt is very insidious because often doubt can be a result of a feeling of unworthiness, that you just don't feel that you deserve what you're getting, what you're seeking. Doubt is really an insidious dream snatcher. Let's call them dream snatchers because look at this. Let's look at some biblical things, biblical stories, allegories. When Peter walked on the water in the Sea of Galilee, he was doing great until he looked down and saw that he was walking on water, and all the negative thoughts in his mind says, hey, a human being can't walk on water. He doubted, he sank. The master teacher tells us about, he says that his attitude, instruction on doubt and our power over doubt. He said, if you tell this mountain to be cast into the sea and doubt not, that mountain is going into the sea. So doubt is a terrible impediment that can undermine you having big dreams. And then the third impediment to big dreams is indecision. You see it, you can feel it, but you can never decide to go for it. You can never decide to draw that line in the sand and say, this one is for me. So if these things, fear, doubt, and indecision, lock you in this prison of small dreams, how do you get out? Well, number one, when you look at the fear of failure, you recognize that you literally fail your way to success. It's an attitude adjustment. Failure is non-existent. Everything that would have been a failure is a lesson. We literally fail our way to success by learning what to do and what not to do. We overcome that fear of criticism by realizing that, you know, hey, we can't live our lives in accordance with somebody else's expectations. When your dream is circumscribed by what somebody else thinks is possible for you, it's not a good thing. So you look at criticism and basically you let the criticism roll off your back like water off a duck's back. Now, there's good criticism. There are times when the criticism is good. If somebody giving you some criticism is a person who's been where you want to go, who walked a mile in those moccasins, who survived. If you want to fly, and a person who has flown, crashed and burned and flown again, when he tells you or she tells you something, pay attention. But if the person delivering the criticism has not accomplished the things that you're trying to accomplish, be leery. It may be based on ignorance, fear, or jealousy. Even the fear of change. You know, we can get stuck in a comfort zone and we say, you know, the last time I tried, I failed. The time before that, I failed. The time before that, I failed. You know, life is not so bad. Friends, if the way that you describe your present condition is to say life is not so bad, this isn't so bad, at least I have A, B, C, and D, that's a clue that you need to refocus, that you need to revisit your dreams. We overcome doubt by understanding who we really are. In other words, the creator that put us on this earth created us whole and complete and gave us everything we need to get everything we want, to dream as big as we desire. As a matter of fact, the fact that we were born means that there's already a dream that was created as we were created by the creator, a dream which is called our destiny and our purpose. Now, we may or may not achieve it based on our consciousness, but the fact that we were born means that there's already a great mission that was programmed as a part of your life. And so you undermine that doubt by recognizing who we really are. Like the prodigal son, once you recognize that you may be in the pig pens of life, but the moment you realize that you are the son, the daughter, the creation of an all-powerful God, you can reconnect with the source. We overcome indecision by developing the confidence in our ability. We overcome indecision. You see, indecision is often tied with lack of faith in yourself, lack of faith in the process, lack of faith in the creator. And so you overcome indecision by having total faith that something better is there waiting for you, that you have the capacity, the power to make it happen. So when we look at the reasons people don't dream bigger, then the question arises is, how do you dream bigger? What do you do to have bigger dreams? And what you do to have bigger dreams, we call it the 7-step process. Step 1 is to realize that you were born with a dream, that a part of who you are is the purpose of your creation. God does not create junk. God does not create anything that is unnecessary. So the fact that you were born, regardless of the circumstances, that conception process, it may look like it was a situation between a man and a woman, but men and women have many interactions. The fact that the life was given to you means that you already have a destiny. You see, the fact that you were born, God gave you 3 gifts. He gave you life, he gave you breath, and he gave you time. So the fact that you're alive means that you already have a dream and a purpose for which you were created, and that you have the power to manifest that dream. Step 1. Step 2, to make a decision. Once you recognize who you really are, as the prodigal son, you know, when the prodigal son had gone out into the far country and wasted all of his money, he's there in the pig pens of life. And then he said, here I am eating what the pigs leave, and my father's a rich father. He has food enough and more. His servants are doing better than I am. Let me arise. Let me see the higher being in me. Let me identify with who my source is. Let me arise and go to my father. He made a decision. So once you recognize your source of who you are, then you make a decision to go for it, to become congruent with who you are and become committed to your purpose in life. Step 3, to clarify and crystallize that decision. You see, that decision is based on faith. To begin to put it into action, though, you have to clarify and crystallize it by writing it down. In the Habakkuk, it says, write the vision, make it plain upon tablets, that he may run that readeth it. Though it may tarry, wait for it, it will surely come to pass. The fact that you've written that dream down means it's going to come to pass. It may not come to pass in the time you want it to, but if you hang in there and persist, it will come to pass in the time it's supposed to. Once you've written it down, step 4 is it said to review and read your goal statement, your vision statement 3 or 4 times a day. I used to wonder about that, and that really is saying reprogram your mind. After you read it 2 or 3 times, you should have it memorized. That statement should be a part of your being, so it's not about reading it, it's about saying it and reciting it in your mind all day long. So that every moment when you're faced with a choice of how to utilize this moment, you ask yourself, what is the best use of my time right now? When I consider my goal, my vision, and my purpose, and it's there in your mind. Reprogram your mind. Step 5, see yourself as though you have already achieved your goal. See yourself as though you have already achieved your dream. You see, when you see yourself as the dream realized, you create a vibration. We live in a vibrational universe, so when you can see yourself as though you've already accomplished it, already realized that vision, then you then create a feeling, a vibration within you that literally attracts all that you need to make that vision into a reality, to make that dream real. Number 6, and this is where the rubber hits the road, folks. All the things that we've talked about to this point are good things, but you have got to get busy. You have got to take action. A dream without action is just a pipe dream. But a dream with action is a blueprint for your reality. Take purposeful, intentional action. Action based on the dream itself and what it takes to realize it. And then finally, number 7, to keep going and growing, recognizing that this idea of dreaming big, of manifesting the dream in your life requires for you to keep going and growing. Knowing that if you seek, you will find. So whatever you need will always be there. Knowing that if you knock, the door will be open to give you whatever you need to get there. Knowing that if you ask, the answers will come to provide the information you need to realize your dream, no matter how big it is. So dream big, my friends. Bigger than the obstacles that confront you. Dream big, my friends. Bigger than the challenges that you may encounter along the way. Dream big, my friends. Bigger than the disappointments that will surely come. Dream big, my friend, knowing that all things are possible. Knowing that nothing is impossible, that anything you can dream, you can be. Anything you can see, you can be. Anything you can be, you can see. Knowing always that the best is yet to come. This is Dr. Herbert Harris, thanking you for joining me today. Love to have you join our Success Mentorship Program. It's a Patreon site where all of our messages over these years, we have hundreds of messages and audios and videos that can help you be what you want to be, do what you want to do, and have whatever you want to have. Go to www.patreon.com/Success Mentorship Network. That's patreon.com/Success Mentorship Network. This is Dr. Herbert Harris saying, I'll see you at the bank, knowing that the best is yet to come.